Hey, folks. Hi. Sorry about that, the delay in joining you because we're working on some technical, I don't know, what do you call it, difficulties or something like that. What is it, issues, something? I don't really know what's going on. No idea.
A lot of people go, oh, we're working on some technical difficulties right now. It's like, yes, they're certainly difficult when you can't work out what they are.
Something like that. Hey, this is the Andy and Amanda Show. My name is Andy Kibble. We have Amanda Love in the UK. I'm back in our home studios in Hollywood, California, where it's gorgeous again and beautiful and sunny and all things are good and great to be back. I've been so much traveling and it's great to be back here. And Amanda's over there, and I'm not sure what guests we have joining us today. We'll see who calls in. Your calls make the show whenever you do call in. It's 515-605-9888 for those of you who are listening live, and, of course, for those who are listening on the podcast. Oh, well, you just have to listen to us, chatter on here. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. You can't call us and, interfere or give us your opinion or voice, whatever. But listen, Amanda, don't you agree that it's great if people call in and we should tell them what time they can do that, right? What time is it right now? It's like just after noon in California, just after 3 in the East Coast. So what's that, after about 8 where you are, Amanda?
Yeah.
At night?
8:03, yeah.
Yeah, so we're on for the next hour, and we'll do the same thing on Friday, except Amanda has this really cool. Your sister's getting married, I think, over the weekend, right?
My goodness, yes, my sister's getting married this Friday. And guys, I got to be honest, listeners, Andy, whole world, I actually forgot to mention to you boys, and I forgot it was on Friday, and it just didn't twig. Friday I have a show. Friday is the wedding. Friday I have a show. So,
you could do it live from the wedding.
Yeah, that would go down well.
Just like all the interviews you can have. You go up there, interview the, interview people at the weddings.
Yes, right. Yes.
Or when they say, does anybody hear how they do weddings? I guess just on TV, whatever. Anybody object to the matrimony, whatever? We can all shout, yes, we do.
Oh my God, that would be hilarious. I could just see my sister's face, real mad at me.
And all listeners in 23 countries around the world. We have a world population on the Andy and Amanda Show. We all object.
Yes.
We need to know who she's marrying. We never interviewed this guy. Mm-hmm.
We're saying no because we don't know you. Oh my goodness.
We never chaperoned a date. How do we know what you're getting into here? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We're all about protection here. Hey, I've been having a lot of fun.
You have?
Anyway, moving right along. No, what? No, I've
come on, spill the beans.
I've been moving on to a new career.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
awesome.
Professional bowler. Professional bowling. No, I'm kidding. I can't. When I bowl, I can't even keep the thing. The king gives it a gutter. You know what I mean? It goes in that side gutter, and goes down, and misses everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the only one I know who goes bowling, and I get minus points by the end of the game.
Oh. So if you're part of a team, they pin the blame on you.
Always. Destroyed my life. Anyway, I've been having a productive, really good time.
Okay.
Doing trading in the stock market. And I'm not just talking AMC.
Ooh.
I'm not just talking AMC. I have been glued to the Fidelity Investment, stock news, and different things, and websites and YouTubes and live YouTubes of people actually, commenting while it's going on. They put their picture and all the what's going on, what they're doing, talking about AMC. People who like Lee, who are really, Lee, for those of you who don't know, is a weekly participant in our show, or seems to have been anyway, on Fridays, and his associate Will Lomack, who got him into the concept of what a stock squeeze is and how it happens and what the prediction is about the AMC squeeze, which is predicted by many to perhaps be the largest squeeze in stock market history when it occurs. Whether that'll happen or not is something maybe we could touch upon in the show. But anyway, and why? But anyway, so what I started doing was looking at other stocks as well, and not just AMC, more long-term plays as opposed to waiting for the squeeze. We got to put everything in AMC. Woo! And I've been doing well, and I've only been doing it for a couple of days. And now, in other words, buying. I think I bought GameStop. GameStop. I got to touch base because we haven't talked since the last show. All right. Yeah. So you remember, because I think I did this on the show or during our conversation after the show. I put a buy-in for GameStop when it went down to, I think, 197 or something, 195, whatever it was, right? So and it hadn't hit. It kept going up and up and up, and I wanted to go down, knowing it's going to go up again eventually, but I wanted to come down right now. And it didn't. And so yesterday, I guess it must have been yesterday, I think, it went down to 197, grabbed my order, and went right back up.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
I mean, literally, it went down to 197, then bam, in the twos, or whatever my order was, 195, whatever it was. Anyway, and it went right back up. I think it was 197. Right now, GameStop is at 200. This morning, everything started in the market going down a little bit. I looked at a lot of my stocks that I bought, and I'll explain them to you and why I bought them, what some other considerations might be. And I'm brand new at this, and I'm learning and I'm watching. I am glued to my computer, and I'm in California. I'm 3 hours earlier than when the stock bell goes up, and I've got a little guest bell. At the motel, you check in, ding, ding, ding. Anybody here?
Yeah.
So that's my morning bell. I ring my bell, ding, 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 and my stock trading starts. That's Andy's bell. Boom, just went off. And then I walk around my house, the whole place going, buy, sell, buy, pretending I'm on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, buy, sell, buy, with little big orders in my hand, running around. All by myself. The neighbor's going, Mommy, what's that man doing? Anyway, but I bought other stocks for companies I never even heard of before.
Wow.
Right? AMC started up, and it's gone down. It went down a couple of bucks, and now it's only 64 cents down. And it went, last high was 47.19. It went down. It's now. So when I looked at my selections this morning, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 different stocks, 4 of them or so, 3 or 4 of them were down. Just a little bit down. Right.
Yeah.
And then I looked at other stocks that were climbing up, like why I'm watching them. I figured, why don't I buy shares of them to counterbalance the ones that are going down in my portfolio? And I did. Boom. Suddenly my portfolio jumps up. Boom. I'm ahead. And the climbing stocks that I bought while they're climbing are continuing to climb.
Wow.
Right? So, and I've never, ever done this in my life. I've never done this. This is brand new to me. And I'm like, I should be finishing songs for a new album and writing and doing guitar work. And, I bought some new plugins from my DAW and stuff, they're exciting, and I'm looking forward to having some fun. And I'm glued to my computer and stocks and what people are saying and reading articles and watching the YouTube lives and all this, and making decisions and putting my money on red. Instead of going to a casino, I'm investing and gambling. No matter how you can win, you can lose. There's risks involved in buying stocks, But at least I'm doing it what I think to be is intelligently and winning. I'm doing all right.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So here's what I did. What did I do? That's good, man. You got me into this. What the hell?
Okay. That's fine. Pass the buck.
Yeah, pass the. When I want to blame Amanda when things crash, I'm do well. Yeah, Andy. Yeah, see. So here's the AMC. I keep buying more AMC. I'm just buying more and buying more and buying more. AMC is what's it now? 46,
isn't it?
AMC is what is it? You have it at 40, 46?
Yeah.
What is it?
Last time I checked, it was. I don't know if it still is.
Yeah. So I thought I had this all memorized. See, I had
right.
all you guys.
Yeah.
Andy, you good for the show? I'm good for the show. I got all my information, got all my notes in my head, all memory items. I'm good. Then I get on the show. I'm like, it's 46.95, almost 47. In the red compared to where she opened at 47.83. It's 46.95 now. But do we worry about that? No. Is this squeeze? No. What is a squeeze? Well, it's going to happen, and that's because all the people who betted, all the big hedge funds have put millions of dollars or more into the shortfall of AMC, predicting it's going to go way down. Us retail investors, and they're calling it like out of Planet of the Apes. I was wondering, what does APE stand for? It's like Planet of the Apes, like we're fighting on, we're
yeah.
Ape Nation. I don't get that quite, but anyway, whatever.
Okay.
So we're buying stock as the hedge funds are trying to drive it down, and we're winning. So they can't drive it down. It's gone up and up and up.
I know, it's fantastic.
Yeah. And the DTCC are drive it down, and that's what a squeeze is. They call in all the markers. They call in all the short. They call in all the shorts. They can't play the game anymore because they're not doing it, and all the values of stock, most of which are not really based in actual equity of the company anyway, because that stock is gone, and that's so everything we trade right now isn't really a share of AMC. It is, in theory, it is, but not physically.
Yeah.
And so it drives up all the price of each share that is owned by a retail investor and whoever else. Skyrockets, goes way up. Now, there are some that say, I have a large set, in certain stocks I have or other stocks I don't have that want to have reach certain values, whether it be up or down. I get text on my phone and email, and all sorts of bills go up. Cars are paying by themselves. My cars, all the things I set up. My dishwasher, my washing machine goes on. All these things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And thinking this, one of these alarms, probably my washing machine, will notify me that something's going on in the stock market that I need to be aware of. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these, so I have an alert at AMC at $75 a share. When this thing hits 75, I wouldn't know about it. And some people have it set it at 100 or 1,200. There's some people who have it set at 750. I bought the stock at 20, 30, 40, or 50, and eventually, maybe in a month and a half, maybe in a couple of weeks, nobody really knows for sure. I think it's not going to be anytime real soon, personally. But when this thing hits, they think it's going to go 750, 1,000 a share, which it can do, and in theory, it can hit 1,000 or more. I don't think it's going to hit. There's some people who are saying it's going to go to 10,000 a share. I just don't see that happening. I don't think that's reality. Is it possible to hit 1,000 a share? Sure. So if you have 40 shares and it goes to 1,000 a share, you just got yourself $40,000. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
So if you have 500 shares. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, we'll monitor that and what's happening on Friday, as we said earlier, Amanda is going to be enjoying a celebration of her sister's wedding, and please do pass along our condolences. No, not condolences. Our
yeah, again, that will go down well.
what condolences is thrown. Pass along our
congratulations.
Yeah,
best wishes.
Best, all of that. Well, maybe getting married. Maybe I was right the first time. Depends on how you look at it.
I see.
No. I'm. You know.
What?
Yeah. And so some of our listeners know that you and I are on the internet married, and it's been absolutely wonderful.
This is very true. Oh,
incredible! I feel like I'm on a honeymoon, like every step of the way. It's like amazing. It's how marriages should be. Anybody wants to know what a marriage should be, you just call into the Andy and Amanda show, and we'll let you know. Because
it seems to work.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well,
and so does that. Oh my goodness.
That's
we will.
Great. So it's been wonderful. It's been just totally wonderful.
Ever bring a woman to an orgasmic response unless she really wants to have an orgasm. So first a woman has to decide that this is what she wants, and then she has to help to bring herself to an orgasmic response.
Only on the Andy and Amanda show could you get such insightful information.
Oh,
yes.
Dr. Ruth. Oh, Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Ruth. Don't you love her? She's 97 years old. She's 94,
wow.
I think now. Yeah.
I wonder what the key to her successful age is. Probably nothing that we're thinking.
Probably no. I think. Yeah. I think it's probably
doggy style for sure.
I think that's
wow.
For. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Excellent.
That's great. Yeah.
I do feel for her knees, though. I'm sure she's got arthritis from a lot of that. If that's her success. Oh, my goodness. The things we come out with, Andy. Oh, what are we like?
What are we, Yeah.
I know. Have you heard the
So anyway,
yes. Sorry.
Who? You're going to be at the wedding Friday. And seriously, tell your sister to please give us a call. We want to talk to her on the show. And,
absolutely.
Being married, there's some insight and some tips, And really tell her we wish her the very best. Congratulations, seriously. And what's going to happen in place of Amanda is Lee Duzen, who has been joining us on Friday, is just going to join the show and step in for Amanda, and we'll be discussing stocks and stock squeezes and so forth at AMC, GameStop in more depth. But maybe even Amanda can call in from the wedding and give us like a play-by-play. Right? They're walking down the aisle. They're walking down the aisle. Flowers. There's some people, sweet people, spreading flowers. Down the aisle.
Well, if I don't get to call in, I will certainly message you whilst you're on the show on WhatsApp and give you guys a heads up as to how it's been, and maybe send Andy the odd picture or two so he can express to you what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a
great.
DJ for the night, which is going to be great.
You are tonight?
No. On my sister's wedding, I'm going to be the DJ, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you have any? What? Do you have a playlist?
Oh, yeah, we've been working on a playlist, a very extensive playlist, and, of course, you have to put it in some sort of order that helps keep everybody wanting to be dancing and having fun. So, I mean, they probably say that, weddings and stuff like that aren't as important as if you went to a club and the way they work it there. But, I mean you want to keep people engaged with the music and having fun, so I'm trying to rearrange the playlist, in some sort of way that's going to be like,
I'm going to send you a tune that should be dominant. and played frequently throughout the event.
What's that?
Hey, folks, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Well, it is here in Southern California, and that means it's another hour of the Andy and Amanda Show, live from the United States and the UK. Hey, grab your vodka, your tequila, your beer, whatever it might be, and enjoy. It's the Andy and Amanda program. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really.
I just had to add to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to sign off that way tonight. I'm going to be like, so on behalf of Randy Kimball, Amanda Love, blah, 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 blah. Right. I don't know. The madness of me.
Or do this one. Play this one.
Oh, yeah.
You do that one.
Yeah.
You know what I
very
mean?
Good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's funky.
Yeah, or play. You know what? I'm going to send you something you should play. Yeah.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to send you the MP3 file of some great tunes that you guys should consider. Let me see if I have one here.
You know, I was half expecting something like this, Andy. You naughty dog.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I can just see the guest faces right now.
Yeah, just send you a bunch of audio
DJ.
clips. Yeah, audio clips. Andy and Amanda Show. You'll be like, put on the wrong tape. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah,
Ever served in a forward area?
Don't ask me. Ask
China?
Yeah. No, really. Here's how you should begin the wedding. Everybody's lined up, ready to begin. You do this.
Okay.
Mr. Trouble never hangs around when he hears this mighty sound. Here I come to save the day. That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way. Yes, sir, when there is a wrong to right, Mighty Mouse will join the fight. On the sea or on the land.
Yeah, I think,
I laughed so hard at that I knocked stuff over on my desk. I was just. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Our listeners will hear that crash bang wallop while I was laughing there. Oh. Okay.
Please
anyway,
tell me that's not your plan.
I don't think so. They'll play some good music. Yeah. But anyway,
it's going to be good. Yeah, looking forward to it.
I think it's great you will be a DJ. I'm never going to let that down now.
I know.
Or just grab the microphone.
Everybody say orgasm loud.
Oh, we've got some. Yeah. We've got some.
I bet. Do you think they might invite me to go to this wedding?
It's not looking promising, Andy.
That would be the music as I walk down the aisle. Or just play this. Just do.
Now my brother-in-law my future brother-in-law would approve of that. He definitely would.
We have a question.
Yes.
For your brother-in-law, for your future brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
To attain your epic ass, can you describe your exercise regime?
I hire
He would probably answer that as well because he's quite funny about it.
So have they been dating for a long time?
Oh, that's great. I'm going to have to get them to listen to this show. They've got to hear this show after this discussion.
But
there's going to be plenty of that, I'm sure, in the evening. After
just
the food,
you
you've
know,
been
just
demolished.
Hey, there's something awfully screwy going on around here.
yeah. Hey, well, anyway, I'm sure it's going to be a
Successful? Hopefully.
He's full of shit.
No, really, it should be good. It should be good. It should
Yeah.
be a good time.
It's been a while since I've been to a wedding. In all fairness, so I'm a little. Well, I gotta say I'm really excited because it's my little sister, getting married. So, I'm gonna get emotional.
Wow.
Yeah, I know I'm one of those people that get emotional when I see people I love and care about, exchanging something so beautiful. What?
You're gonna get emotional.
Houston, we have a problem.
I am a woman. It's what we do.
No,
not a woman.
I love to cry at weddings myself.
Oh, you love it? Okay.
I love to cry at weddings. Yeah, I am very. I cry because, usually.
Oh, it's a disaster.
Yeah. No,
I still actually.
I am all for. I'm teasing, of course. Of course, we wish them all the very best. It's going to be a lot of fun. But but really, it's amazing when you think about it. That I don't know what the numbers are now. I can look them up, but I'm too lazy. But I believe it's somewhere in the vicinity of 2 out of 3 marriages don't make it.
Oh, okay.
One third of marriages last more than 3 days. I mean,
That's
not
reassuring.
3 days. I don't mean 3 days. I mean 3 decades, 30 years. But one out of 3 will make it that long. But that doesn't mean anything, because if people get married and they whoever gets married and they last a long time, then who cares about what statistics are only relevant to whoever's in that group of statistics?
Yeah.
It's something either happens or doesn't happen. I don't care if the odds are 30% or 3%. The only thing that is relevant is to what your life is and what your experience is and what you create, what you make happen. That's
absolutely. And I'm sure there's lots of reasons why those statistics are the way they are. I mean, it could be something as simple as people just get too excited and jump into things too quickly. And that happens with so many things in life, not just marriage. So, that could be the issue. And there's also this psychological aspect to it, where people, once they believe, once they've legally joined and they're wearing a wedding ring, there's almost like this psychological thing that happens, like a weight is on both of them, and they feel restricted, and like anything they had before is kind of like fizzled away. They're kind of locked in now. I don't understand quite in depth as to why that happens. I can, to a certain degree, I can see why that would affect people, and I think that's a common situation for many people. But I don't know the real depth of that psychological aspect. It makes sense, but at the same time I'm like, I'd like to know more about, I think that plays a big part.
Usually, these things start with somebody saying, like,
I'm as mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore.
And they just
they just like,
but really most marriages don't make it because
in a relationship you have to make time for sex.
Yeah.
Really do. You know what I mean? So for me, I don't know if I told you this or not. I don't know if you do either, but I I don't want to disappoint you, but I don't wear a wedding ring.
Okay. There's lots of people who don't.
And here's this is interesting. Here's why I don't, because I don't like to advertise. Oh, you wear a sign? It's like a sign. Hey, I'm married. Hey, I'm married. Hey, but outside of that, here's the deal. Why don't I wear a wedding? Let me think. I forget why. I never really like wearing any jewelry or any tattoos or anything actually. Nothing. I don't have anything. Nothing.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think why. Let me think why I don't. Oh, I got to tell you a funny story. I was at a bar. Anyway, moving right along. No, I was at a bar, and a couple of girls were sitting next to me. We started talking at the counter of the bar. And this girl picks up my left hand, picks up my ring finger, and says, "Okay." And I'm like, she says, "What do you mean?" I said, "What was that for?" And she says, "Oh, you wouldn't believe how many guys you run into who take the wedding ring off, and then they sit down, or we sit down next to them, they start talking, and you look at their ring finger, and you can see the tan line where the ring is, and they're like, 'Come on, give me a break. You don't have a tan. You don't have a tan line. You don't have, I don't have one, son, right?" I'm like, "Oh," but they didn't ask me if I was married.
Oh,
could have easily just said, "Are you married?"
Right.
Right. So wouldn't that be easier than looking at my finger?
Yes. Yes, it would.
See?
Theoretically speaking, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think people don't feel comfortable asking that question, do they? Because it can be very presuming when somebody hears, "Oh, so are you married?" It's kind of like, "Oh, why? Are you interested?" Wink, wink. So I think that's a possible reason why someone doesn't ask, because it can be presuming. But
I have a question to ask you. Is it true?
Yes.
And isn't it also true? No, isn't it true? Or is this true that girls, a certain population of women, not girls, generally speaking, I'm just saying a population of women, especially younger women, let's say late 20s, 30s, whatever, considering I'm 92, it could be 70s. No, but younger women would just as soon meet a guy, married or not, and him being married or not, just because it's his problem, not mine. He's doing it. I'm horny, and I'm meeting this guy, and he's really cool, and we have a fun time, and he's married or not, I don't really care. Whatever, I'm just going, whatever. Yeah, he's married. It's okay. Whatever. That's not my problem. It's his. And is that true? Being a woman, is do you know of this to be to any extent true?
I'm sure it's true to a certain extent, Andy. Sure, but obviously, I mean, I can't.
Can you find me that women? No, I'm sorry.
Women.
No.
Yeah, all right. I'll put out a survey and see how many I can track down for you. I don't know. I guess there's an element of truth in it. As there is with everything. But I couldn't tell you how many that is true for.
Why can't you? I thought you knew the number.
Well, because
all right.
I have a boyfriend. He goes on forever. I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, come on, when is this going to be over?
Yeah, I haven't quite honed in on my mass psychic ability. I'm working on that. See what the mass is thinking about, the masses. So everybody watch your minds. But that's an interesting question, though. I got to admit. You do come out with some
AMC's at 48.19 and climbing like a fucking hot air balloon.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I know
okay.
Somehow we went from talking stocks and bonds to sex and relationships and getting married. I don't know how we did that, but this is the Andy and Amanda show, where anything goes, including your calls, folks. 515-605-9888. Whatever you want to talk about, obviously, because Amanda and I are just, whatever. I'm sure we have
whatever.
news and things.
Yeah.
Whatever. I wanted to briefly tell you about, because this is new. We only started talking about stocks, which neither one of us had any interest in. Speaking for myself, I don't think you did either. But anyway, stocks, or it just wasn't part of our lives. Investing wasn't part of our lives. You and I, prior to us getting married, we never talked about, hey, let's get to the stock market. But I don't think we ever did that. Right? No, but anyway, so it's been since I look back, and it looks like July 30th. Is when we started talking about, what is an AMC squeeze, getting involved, should we do it? I hesitated at first. I was like, I don't know. I didn't really own any stock to speak of. So, and now here I am. I owned, last couple of days. Oh my God, all my reds are turning green. All my reds are turning green. La la la.
Oh, I see a doctor about that, Andy.
So there's a company called. I want to go over some stocks here, folks. It would be cool stock show, which it obviously is not. But we kind of been up on it the last couple months or whatever. Wouldn't it be cool to have like a stock show like this where you just talk about anything and then you come back, talk about the market, what it's doing, why it's doing what it is, some good bets from a retail investor standpoint, not from a licensed financial advisor standpoint, and what we're doing. Are we making money? Are we losing money? Are we making money? What are the predictions? And then we just kind of talked about whatever else in life, and then went back into this again, just kind of kept it loose and friendly and talked about other things, but the flow, the undercurrent was stocks, investing, making money or not, short-term, long-term goals in investing, good bets from our perspective as retail investors. And having guests on that were also retail investors. Folks, if you want to partake in that conversation, you're certainly welcome to do so. Even most of you around the world are listening to the show as a podcast. It already happened. You can't call in, obviously. Thousands of listeners, thousands of you around the world listening to the podcast. And welcome everybody to this conversation, which you can't take part in. But we'd like you to, and you can. This is a radio show, and the way you do it is by getting hold of the Andy Demanda Show .com, AndyDemandaShow.com, calling our show Mondays at noon Eastern Standard Time, Wednesdays and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, Daylight Time, Wednesdays and Fridays Eastern Daylight Time again at 3 p.m., which is 8 p.m. in the UK. And call us and talk about whatever you want to, whatever what we're talking about or not. We've had people call up and we've had people call up recently.
And
we've had call up and wanted to talk about healthcare. Remember, I forget how we were talking about. And we said, so what's on your mind? And healthcare was on his mind. I think he had his own business, was talking about the cost of healthcare benefits or something. And great, great. And then Amanda and I talk about it. We join the conversation, share our opinion, whether it's consistent with the caller or not, or consistent with the guest or not. Well, we have a reasonable, a respectful conversation, and that's what we do here on the show. And welcome you to be part of it. And we goof around. Yeah, are we silly? Yeah, whatever. But we also like to think that we do kind of go behind the headlines and look at the sources where the news is coming from and what the reality is of the news headlines and our insights and perspectives.
At the end of the day, our show's like one bit that we just, kind of hang out on and just like we would in person.
Yeah, we're at Starbucks, we're having a cup of coffee, just shooting the shit, bam, boom, boom. And I think it's, my own perspective on our show, I think it's refreshing. Even if we are, I'm Andy of the Andy and Amanda Show, and you're Amanda's. We're talking about ourselves here. But my perspective of what we do here on Talk Radio is present a refreshing, light, entertaining, engaging. Some of it, not all the time. It's a tough job doing what we're doing to be on 100% of the time. But we have a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that fun in what we're doing rubs off into our audience, and this is kind of a cool conversation. We're not this conservative, and we're not these liberal whatever either. Even though I think a lot of times we probably come off as being more skewed, more what you might call left. I don't quite get the left-right thing, but given that skewed more left than right, and that's probably true for you and I. Our thinking, where we come from, our backgrounds, we've discussed so many times, tends to be more liberal than conservative. If I had to put us in a corner, that would be where it would not be conservative corner. That's for damn sure. In many respects. In some respects, I know we've commented that, as a former business owner, here's how I think. Well, actually, I'm independent, but still. Hey, you know what I did this morning?
Yeah. What's that?
What I did this morning?
Use the bathroom, drink some coffee, and I just don't wish to go there.
and I do want to talk more about some stocks, but what I did was I went to Barstad and I was going to do some funny things in the show, and I went to hear Barstad, not Barstad, Barstad.
Oh no, I much prefer that name. It's Boris Johnson for everybody who's a bit confused.
Boris Johnson for everybody else. Yeah.
I can certainly say that we will do that within this session.
We'll do this one. I like this too.
What will we do with the drunken sailor?
And I know his real name, what we call him. But anyway, some of his funny moments and some of his funny speeches and some like falling into the river and saw some of his videos. And he's a funny guy. when and he's considered conservative, right? I saw some of his campaign speeches where he said conservatives are going to take back, the UK and make it a good time for everybody and make everybody a winner. So he's conservative, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Looking at him, all disheveled and speaking, however, I thought I was bad. I would have thought him to be more of a young liberal rebel rouser, and he's not. He's conservative. So again, we're jumping all over the place here, but that's what we do on the show. His thing was Brexit, and I know we have a population of listeners in the UK. Brexit, we're withdrawing from the EU, from the euro, right?
Yeah, we've taken ourselves out of the European Union, which is a collection of European countries where each country pays into like a one kind of government body, and then that government body decides on kind of rules and things for covering all those countries, and it affects our economy obviously because we're paying into that for Europe, and the UK decided, hey, it's time to take our power back. We need the money to focus on a better future for ourselves. And there was other political things that were coming into place. Politicians at the time were playing a very dangerous card by making the public believe that, we were working against immigrants from coming into this country, that we wanted to protect our borders from immigrants. And so, there was a lot of confusion here, and people started voting, hey, let's come out of Brexit because we want control of our borders again, because we're getting people from Europe coming to this country that are rapists, and all sorts of murderers, and they're causing havoc over here, and it's just, the list goes on. So there was a lot of brainwashing at that point. And the other half that were voting to stay in were like, you guys are pathetic, you're stupid, you don't know what you're doing. But in all fairness, the other half that voted out were being manipulated by politicians and the media. So does that make them stupid? No. Mm-hmm. It makes us vulnerable.
It makes
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
So
what in the UK you have the Labour Party, right? You have a Labour Party.
Yes, correct. We've got the Labour Party, the Conservatives. We've got the Liberal Democrats, and there's many other parties as well. There's a big list.
Here in the US, we have basically, of course, there's there's Republicans and Democrats. Everybody else is a non-factor. So you have more than that in UK. You don't just have like conservative Democrat. You've got Labour. You've got Conservatives. You've got Liberal. You've got
we got Green Party. We've also got.
Are they all factors in the major elections regarding a prime minister? Are they all like, whoa?
Yes.
I mean, does it really dilute and pollute because you've got so many people running that it's difficult. It's just diluted. The entire vote tally is like all over the board. Where if you limit it down to two, you've got and maybe a couple of them. In other words, what I'm saying is, are there strong parties that seem to dominate close to every major election for prime minister? That you have the Labour Party versus the Liberal, Labour Party versus Conservative, or is it all over the place? And you've got 5 or 6 parties, everybody's strong, and may the best man or woman win. I mean, how does that work?
Well, to be honest, the dominating parties are usually Conservative, Labour, and Liberal Democrats. They are the 3 major players in the game. Everyone else seems to kind of shrink away because they never, ever get enough votes. The Lib Dems, they just don't seem to get in, no matter how hard they try yet. All around this town, when I'm walking around near elections, everybody's saying, vote Lib Dems. They're going to see us through into a better future. And we're actually quite a conservative town because Cheltenham is pretty much full of millionaires and very conservative in that sense. So, further down south, I think, is very much conservative compared to north. But yeah, it's always a fight between Labour, basically, and the Conservatives. And Labour have got in a good few times and done some great things, but they've also done a lot of bad things. The Conservatives were always feared by the working man because it seemed that whenever the Conservatives were in power, it was like the rich were getting richer and the middle class were okay, and then the poor were just like not a chance. So everybody always feared Conservatives taking power, and Labour was very much for the working man, for all people, and tried to help families and things like that with low funds and stuff like that. But, you know, it's been a struggle for Labour ever since we had, what's the guy's name? I see him in my head. It comes to me.
And I know what his motto is.
That was designed to destroy the United States.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what his name was. Oh my goodness! Basically, this guy was, you know, he caused a lot of problems because we had stuff to do with war and stuff going on at the time, and he was sending a lot of troops out, and that caused a lot of mayhem and you know, all these things that he'd promised, we just weren't seeing. Oh God, I wish I could remember the guy's name. What is it when you want to remember someone specific, and you're in a situation like this talking to how many people that are listening to us, and it just vanishes off its own butt, you know?
You know?
Yeah, I'm going to find his name.
They're doing it. They've already announced they're going to do it.
I got it. Tony Blair.
See?
Tony Blair.
Of course, yes. Tony Blair. Of course. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I think since him, he caused a lot of issues for Labour. Painted a really bad picture, in my book anyway. You know, everybody else may argue different, but that guy just, you know, he didn't do well for us, I'll be honest. And now we've got the head of Labour Party at the moment, and he seems to be promising some wonderful things, and he seems like a genuine, legit guy. He's got a good face. He's got a nice face. And that sounds, you know, like I'm being rude to everybody else, but no, he seems like, you know, you look at somebody, you think, oh yeah, they seem genuine. He's got one of those faces, whether he is or not is another story. But yeah, I think he's got some good ideas for Labour, and he's been, you know, pushing a lot of things with Boris Johnson and saying, you're doing this wrong, this is pathetic, we should have come out of lockdown sooner, we should have done this differently, blah, 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 which all parties do, right, when a president or prime minister is in there. So, yeah, we shall see how this goes after, you know, Boris Bedenoff has left the room, the party.
How much longer does he have?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm trying to think when the next election is.
Yeah, how many years is a prime minister?
I think it's 4 years. Every 4 years.
Can they run twice? Can they go 8 years? Like here in America?
Yeah, they've been known to go 12, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, so they can continue, sure. Yeah.
I like
interesting.
Margaret Thatcher. What do you think? I think she was.
She was an interesting woman. You know, I think I admired her in many ways, but so many people will say to me, really? She damaged this country so much. She ruined a lot of things. I'll get back to you on the next Andy and Amanda show.
Tomorrow on the Andy and Amanda show. I want to touch again. I want to talk more about that. So it's just interest, but interestingly enough, AMC is starting to slide down a little bit now. It's settling down a little. It's in the red now. It went to 48.33. It's 47.66. AMC is now. Why are we watching AMC? Because we're waiting for that day when it blasts off, which should happen soon, like beyond, through the roof, to the moon, as they say. But I wanted to talk about a few other stocks.
Okay.
GameStop we already addressed because it went down. Boom. Grabbed my order because I put a limit buy-in. I'm just learning about what all this is. And then as soon as it grabbed my order, it went right back up. But it's still up right now. It went down the red, actually, and now it's back up above where I bought it. So it's now at 200 and something or whatever. It's up $1.42 a share. Hey, I bought a company called Alibaba. Have you ever heard of Alibaba?
I have.
Did I lose you?
No.
Oh, you're there. Okay, I'm sorry.
I realized my mic was muted. Sorry, guys.
Okay. All right. Alibaba. I thought I lost you for a minute. It's okay. Alibaba is equivalent to Amazon in China. Right.
Yes.
It's so if you go to Alibaba.com, whatever, you'll see like Amazon.
Yeah.
And you search for anything like you would on Amazon. It's in China though, right? So I figured, What do you think? Go ahead. It's expensive. I mean, it's expensive in that it was. I think I bought it at about 170 or 67 or 66. It's or maybe a little more than that. Anyway, it's down. It's down 2.59%. But I figured, now that's a stock I figured, you know what, I'm going to go on Alibaba for the ride. I don't care what it does over the next few weeks or months, whatever. Especially towards Christmas time, I think it's going to go way up. And that's when I'll look at it and say, hey, maybe I'll sell it now. And I only bought a few shares, and it's so I bought Alibaba. I also bought a company called Neo, right?
I like that.
Now, what's Neo? Neo, again, is in China, right? I'm investing all these Chinese. Why am I doing this? Listen to me.
Let's ask them, shall we?
Anyway, why am I buying China? All right, don't ask me. Go ask China. No,
exactly.
Neo is a company very similar to Tesla. They produce an electric car very, very similar to Tesla's fleet. Very similar.
Cool.
Updates over the internet, full self-driving, fully electric, long range. Biden is pulling in the strings a little bit on China, where Trump, despite what Trump said, did not, despite what he said he was going to do. So the Chinese government is not as keen with Biden, and Trump ran on, and he's going to buddy up the Chinese, Of course, just trying to scare. That's what Republicans are on their elections, to try to scare people. That's how they try to conquer votes. So anyway, that's another conversation. But anyway, so here's what happened.
Yeah.
So Tesla, being an American company, and now having a gigantic gigafactory where they're producing batteries and vehicles in China, and it's an American company going to China to do this, right? And big time. And the Chinese government has made it a law, because they rule, right? No government employee may own a Tesla vehicle. Employee of the Chinese government can own a Tesla. You can own a Neo, a Chinese company, very equivalent to Tesla.
Right.
They don't have the data. Tesla's looking at 1 billion miles of data. All the neural network. I mean, so all the cars are connected to Tesla engineering, and Tesla can read what the vehicles are doing and how much data, and getting consumer response, and continually providing updates. And nobody's going to be able to catch them. Nobody is going to catch Tesla. They're 1 billion miles ahead of anybody. Running their technology and the safety of their vehicles just ain't going to happen. So that's where Tesla is, right? So. Now, are other companies going to compete with them and come out with complex vehicles that do all very similar things in similar ways, especially Ford with their F-150 Lightning truck, which you'd think was a Tesla vehicle. It does everything. I mean, it's incredible when this thing comes out. It's everything what Tesla is. And their load carrying capability is significantly more than Tesla's Cybertruck is going to be. So we'll see how Ford competes. Ford has always been a technological leader in the United States. And Ford did not require a bailout when Obama bailed out Chrysler and GM, and Ford said, no thanks, we passed, we're doing fine. And they've always Ford has always spent a lot of time in researching and developing technologies to make their vehicles safer and run more efficiently. You think I work for Ford? I do not. I have nothing to do with Ford, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah. you said it pretty well, Andy.
Thank you. That's just who they are. That's just who they are. That's just the way it is, right?
Yeah.
So, look what Ford does. Look what Neo does in comparison to Intel. They're not. No way. Ain't gonna happen. But they're gonna be strong competitors. So I bought Neo, right? And I've been losing ever since. So I bought Neo again for a long-term look. Not to get in, get out. So I've got Alibaba. Looking to get. I'll watch it. It's going to go up and down. Up and down. Right now, it's down. Alibaba is now at 170 something, 170.63. I paid 175.10. Right. So I'm down just under $5 a share. So that's okay. So I turned around and I bought Vidco Ventures Inc. BBIG because I saw it skyrocketing. I gotta look and see what they do. I don't even know who they are. I have no idea. Ventures Inc. BBIG is their stock exchange identifier, right? It's gone up like a fucking hot air balloon, and I saw some of my other stocks going down slightly, so I'll buy BBIG to offset the other stocks that are going down, and BBIG will more than balance my negative returns on the other stocks, which are just coming down a little bit. Right. So I bought it, and it's working for me. It's working. See, it's becoming a day trader.
Yeah.
I like that.
How do you like them apples? Very good. Yeah.
See. I also bought stock emblem SRZN, which is Surgeon Inc. Com. They are a medical company creating all these cures for all known diseases.
Okay.
They should do pretty good.
Yeah. You did say online diseases, right? I did hear that right.
Oh, no. Online.
Online diseases.
Online disease.
Oh my goodness.
Sure, Andy, that's a great stock. You should buy that one.
My days.
So they were looking way down after today. I bought them yesterday, and they're only down 18 cents. So I bought a bunch of shares of them, and I'm only down a couple of bucks, and they were down much lower, and they're climbing back up again. Right. And I got to tell you, Tesla, which cost me, what did Tesla cost me? $600 and some dollars, I think. About $700 a share. Tesla's now $753. I only bought one share of Tesla just to do it because it's so expensive. But I'm at 50 feet. I made $53. Hell, see.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm doing here, and also my big one, and I'll be buying more AMC. My big one is AMC. Us apes, Fight Nation. We're not letting that one go.
No.
We're not letting it go.
No, I kind of like the jungle.
Who's in control here? It ain't. We're in control. We are in control. They don't want us to be, but we are.
No. It's gone back up to 47.
Whoa.
It's just over 47. 47.58.
Woo. Yeah. Lee seemed to think it's probably going to live it might dip, like in the morning you get your coffee, you turn on your computer to see what AMC is doing, and you see it starts after the bell. It's good, but then you sit there and you wait till about 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and you start seeing it come up, and then in the afternoon you start seeing it go way up, and then it does the same thing next day and the next day and the next day. But what's going to eventually happen is it's probably going to live in the 50s or so. It was 58 when we did the show July 30th, and we had Lee Van Dusen on. He's telling us all about the AMC and the squeeze and what is a squeeze, and we looked at it was $58 a share on that show. I remember talking to you about it. Yeah. And then the next week, you and I were on the air, on the show, and we looked at AMC and we said, down to what was it, 29, I think, 28, and we're sure. Oh yeah, well, we didn't buy it at 58, but then we ended up, not looking at or really caring about what the actual stock value was on a day-to-day basis because we're looking at something much bigger and we're looking at a different scenario than just the daily adjustments of what the stock's doing according to what the business is doing. We're looking at the concept and theory and mechanism behind a stock squeeze, which was the impetus in the large purchases, the millions of shares being purchased of AMC. Some companies are putting 200,000 shares, bam, I'm way above my ability, but, not too far above my ability. No. No, but by the time of the squeeze happens, I should be able to do that. No, I don't know. I don't think the squeeze is going to be what some people are getting excited about. I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, will squeeze happen? Yes, but to the magnitude or the extent that people are saying, I don't think so. I hope I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, I benefit. I do hope I'm wrong. I'm betting. Would I bet that I'm wrong? No, I wouldn't bet that I'm wrong. Yeah, but I think we are going to see a very, very healthy owns AMC. A very healthy game.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, definitely.
10,000 a share? I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. Oh, shit.
Well, yes, we've run over. We've run over time.
Oh, my God, here's Cornell. Wait a minute, Cornell's been on. I'm not even looking. Hello, Cornell, you with us?
Yes.
Hello?
What's up,
There
guys?
he is.
There I go.
Sorry.
Hey,
we're
Dorothy.
just-
I was listening to you guys, man. I think I'm going to buy the what did you say? The balloon, the air balloon.
Yeah, right.
Wait, are you buying stock in Goodyear, the Goodyear blimp? Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. No, I'm gonna buy stock in the Zeppelin.
Yeah. Cornell,
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell
Don't
you
forget
my
the online
choices.
diseases.
Hey, Cornell, we need
Yeah.
to fundraise for the Andy Demanda show, and this is how we might do it. Because, and I just started dabbling into this. I was telling Amanda off and on during the show that I kind of feel, wow, I'm wearing another hat. All these different careers, and now what's Andy doing?
That's
He's a day
awesome.
trader. Small.
That's
I'm not
great.
putting anything. Here's what I'm doing. Can I say what I'm doing? I'm taking several $1,000s, thousands of dollars, not a lot, and just getting my feet wet and going with a combination of intuition, of reading the news, seeing what other people are saying, seeing what live YouTubers are saying if they're watching the market and commentating live all day long. You can watch what they're saying. People with far more experience than I have. Most of the people are talking about AMC, and that's kind of the conversation. But what I've done, and what I've been talking about on the show, is I'm starting to say, I'm not AMC great, the squeeze great, hope it happens, can't wait. But let's see what else is out
There's
there,
other stocks
and
out
what
there.
else. Yeah, what else might be a good bet regarding the industry they participate in, the news that's happening within their company, their organization, where they're going, what shareholders are doing. And for example, there was one company I bought. Let me think. I bought the company. I bought shares. Excuse me. Called, what was the share? But there was one. Oh man. Anyway, I walked away from my computer screen with the stock. So, but anyway, here's what happened. The company announced a release of 3 million shares.
Yeah.
So it drove their stock down. But I know it's going to come back up. So the stock went way down. It went red. It was doing great yesterday. I bought it yesterday. I wake up today and the stock is in the red. And then I read, why is the stock in the red? Well, because the company just announced they're releasing 3 million shares. Oh, they want to do more. They need more money. So people being scared drove the shares down, and then it will settle. Don't worry, this company is on their cutting edge of what they do, and they'll scoot right back up again. They'll scoot right back up.
Definitely, man. You could do the same thing with AMC squeeze with other stocks.
Yeah. So what we're seeing, and it's just kind of cool to dive into this and see, look at Lee Van Dusen started. Look what he did.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Yeah.
He did a great job, man. He started another machine.
Absolutely.
He opened up our brain waves.
Yeah. So we're overtime here. We ran over. I wasn't even looking. Also, yeah. But Amanda's not going to be with us on Friday. Are you going to join the show on Friday, Cornell?
I'm gonna try to join the show, but I think Lee's gonna be a guest on the show, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to step in for Amanda. So Lee Van Dusen, and he's much more knowledgeable and more versed. I think his conversation has pretty much been right on the stock squeeze AMC GameStop thing, and where I'm kind of like going somewhat looking more. I don't really call it long term, but looking at least into the future longer than the squeeze. They're just looking at stocks and the vitality of the market and what particular performance of specific companies. One thing I did cool when I started playing this game is I noticed that even when the stock market, the NASDAQ was down, I look at Andy Kimball's portfolio and it was up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm kind of thinking, and who am I? Really, I'm a retail, inexperienced investor, which could be dangerous, and
but
also
you're Andy
since I'm
Kimball.
smoke. But I'm Andy. Don't. It's like on the casino. Don't bet what you can't lose.
That's right. That's very
important.
true. Oh,
so
congratulations
in that respect,
to sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
in that respect, do as I say, not what I do. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Did you just say
Don't
congratulations
do
to my
what I
sister,
say as I
sweetheart?
do.
Yes.
Yes.
Cordell, you did. Amanda's sister's getting married on Friday.
Congratulations to her. Tell us
Yeah.
at the Andy and Amanda show, want to wish you a happy, blessing marriage.
No, thank you, darling. I'm going to get them to listen to this show if they're not. They won't be tonight because of the chaos of preparing for this wedding. I'm so proud of them. They've taken it all on themselves. They've not hired anybody to do it, and they've just done an amazing job. They're smashing it, and they're a little stressed, as you can imagine.
Hey, man,
I can imagine. Is it a big wedding? Amanda, is it going to be a big wedding?
No, it's not going to be a huge wedding. It's only I think it's 12 people on each side of the family. They want to keep it as small as possible. And, one for cost, two because it's more personal, because there's so many people they could invite and it would just get crazy expensive. And, with other things and situations in their life that they're trying to plan for and prepare for, I think they're doing the right thing by doing it this way. And, they've been so creative with it, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to be part of it on Friday.
Once they get married, you're really going to get creative, right, Andy? We
know.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's Amanda and I were talking about that earlier in the show. Oh, yeah. Well, we do wish them all the best. That's exciting, little sister, and that's just great. And all the best to her. And in all seriousness, hope they just have a great time Friday, and wish them all the very best. And may they live long, prosper, and reproduce many. I mean, many.
Yes, many as Andy.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, darling. They'll hear these messages, and that's wonderful. I'm excited for them.
Yep. What's your sister's name, by the way? Your sister?
My sister's name is Avril.
Mm-hmm. Avril?
French for April.
That's so cool.
Congratulations, April.
Beautiful. Yeah, Avril. Congratulations to you. And her future husband is?
No. As in
no.
Congratulations.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, great. Avril and No. Well, we'll put a shout out to them on Friday's show for sure. And all the best to those guys. And they're a member of the family. They're related to you, Amanda. That makes them a member of the Andy and Amanda show family.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Andy, guess what? Guess what, Andy?
Yeah, what's that? What?
Amanda dyed her hair.
Oh, what? Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You didn't ask me. What color?
Oh, I'm sorry, my darling. Yeah, I treated myself, obviously, ready for the wedding, for the hairdressers this morning. So I've gone for, I've got my original colour still, but I've gone for blonde highlights in my hair, and it's given my hair that depth and that different kind of look, and I'm loving it right now.
It's giving her that sexy look. She's bringing sexy back.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem, sis.
Yes. So.
Well, we didn't really touch about the news or anything in the show, and I'm fine with that. If you guys are, I'm good. Sometimes we look behind the headlines, as I said earlier.
You know we're good, Andy.
Yeah, we're good.
You know
I just want to mention this, and I have to mention this. I know we're running over, but it's okay. But because the podcast keeps going. But here's the deal: on Labor Day, there were 300,000 new cases of COVID in the United States, and if I can't. One message we've been driving home since it was word it was going to be a vaccine, a harmless vaccine. Outside of it being able to protect you from dying or getting sick from COVID. It's almost 100%, or just short of 100%, to infinitesimal, just almost 100% of all of the admissions, the 300,000 new cases, were all unvaccinated people. There are over 90 million people in the United States who have not gotten vaccinated. You go, you get a shot, you'll be fine. If anything at all, you'll have some side effects for a day or so, and that means it's working. And a lot of times, like such as myself, you don't have any side effect whatsoever, zero, nothing. It's like they injected you with water, and you won't get COVID. And there's 300,000 cases. They could have been avoided. And I don't know what it is with some people. I have no idea. We've tried to address it. We've tried to figure it out, and it beats us. We always scratch our heads and thinking, what the hell is it with these people? And there's a couple of cases specifically
Yeah.
This guy named Caleb, who started this organization called the American. Early on, he got on TV on an interview. A 36-year-old guy, and starts talking about that the COVID is a hoax, that we can't be manipulated by the government. This thing isn't real. It's fine. If you get COVID, it's like getting a cold. You'll be okay. A very small percent of the population may have some underlying causes, like if you get the flu and you have underlying issues that could make you sicker than some other people might be. And he's going on and on and on how we shouldn't wear masks and don't worry about this thing. It'll come and go. He got COVID and he died on July 30th, leaving 2 kids and a wife who's soon to have a baby behind. 36 years old. He died.
Oh my
COVID.
goodness.
Oh my God.
His name's Caleb something. When he first got diagnosed, he did not want to go to a doctor to get tested because he did not want to become a statistic of somebody who was tested positive for COVID.
Right. Okay.
Even though he knew he had it. Yeah.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a sister-in-law who lives in Texas, not vaccinated, got COVID, thought she was going to die. She's on the other side of it now. Thank God she's going to be okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
My sister-in-law.
I'm sorry to hear about
she's
that.
She's going to be okay. But
good.
Yeah, she's going to be okay though. Got us all worried for a while, but she's going to be okay. And here's the thing: not vaccinated. What the fuck is it with these people? What is it with these people?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, actually, to add to that, stepping away from the BBC, I ventured in towards an article that I read in the Express a couple of days ago, and they said that coronavirus, sign many people mistake for being ordinary, could be new primary symptom. A new COVID symptom has been identified as the virus is changing and evolving. Doctors warn that having an earache could be an indicator that you will test positive. Doctors in America warn that more and more patients are complaining of what they think is just an ordinary earache, but it turns out that they have COVID. A top NFL league coach took to social media this weekend to describe his symptoms of a sore throat and earache after testing positive for the virus. This new symptom is connected specifically to the Delta and Alpha variants due to the prominence of sore throats. Most earaches are caused by an ear infection, which occurs when fluid collects behind the eardrum and becomes infected. They are usually preceded by a cold, flu, or upper respiratory tract infection and appear in many age groups. Dr. Nicole Fromon from TGH Urgent Care, Tampa, Florida, told WFLA News Channel 8, usually the earache is coming from the sore throat. We usually see an earache, but not as an isolated symptom. It is usually associated with other symptoms. This additional symptom and creeping numbers of people testing positive for COVID is still a cause for concern in both American and UK. COVID patient after COVID patient, we are overwhelmed with the volume of patients. I would say it is worse than last year, Dr. Nicole continued. So that's another thing to look out for. Earache.
You know what's so crazy, Sis? I had an earache and a sore throat like last week, and it went away like that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep.
You should say that. Me too.
Interesting. Me too. No. Well, as a toe ache, not earache. I'm sorry.
You just wanted to be part of it, didn't you, darling? It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Mike, did you hear about
the
side effect? Did you hear about this incredible side effect of the Lambda variant? Amazing that people are doing now.
What's
the
that?
side effect? If you get the Lambda variant, what a symptom might be, rather, not a side effect, but a symptom, is breakdancing.
Oh, I was going to say they were buying an AMC stock. Oh well.
Yeah. Uncontrollable purchases of AMC.
Yeah, that would explain a few things, right?
I don't know what happened. You better get a COVID test, man. That's just COVID. You start buying on AMC.
Yeah.
Amanda, what is it? Can you? What is it? AMC? We keep heading back to this just because it's so exciting to us, I guess. But what's AMC right now? Is it 48, 7, something like that?
Let me check because it was at 47.54 or something like that.
47.40. I got.
It is now. Yeah, 47.40. Yeah.
Okay. And I just placed another order today. I wondered what the order. I bought it at let me see, AMC. Where is AMC? I acquired AMC. Today's the 8th. Oh my God! The shares I bought today, I just bought a few more shares today. They lost $3.95 each.
Oh,
Go figure.
they're climbing back
Shares
up.
I bought. The shares I bought on 9/1 are $6 each. The shares I bought on other shares I bought 9/1 are 63 cents each. But all in all, on AMC, I am up. My gross purchase, all time purchases. I buy some every day practically. But
And I told you to invest in that air balloon, the Goodyear.
Yeah, I'm up on Tesla. I'm up on BBIG, which went up like the air balloon one. That's what we were talking about. BBIG is called Vinco Ventures. I got to look at what they do. Hey, Randy, you on your computer? What does Vinco Ventures
I'm
do?
always in front of the computer.
VINCO Ventures Inc. What do they do?
Did you
Vinco
say
Ventures Inc.
Vinco?
V as in Victor.
VINCO.
VINCO. Vinco Ventures.
Vinco Ventures, coming to a place near you. Okay, let's have a look. Oh no, that was Vinvo. I put C, damn it. Okay, Vinco Ventures. Okay, you want to know what they're about, yes?
Yeah, I have no idea. I bought the stock. I have no idea what they do.
Okay.
I want to know too.
Okay. Alrighty. Who are
Hold on.
Vinco Ventures?
A final report from Amanda from Wall Street.
Okay, it says, it says, Vinco Ventures, Inc. offers sourcing, design, sales, fulfillment, and shipping services. The company provides sketches, proof of concept, prototypes, and late-stage inventions. Vinco Ventures serves customers in the United States. That's just a brief rundown. Let's have a look.
The stock has gone way up. The stock has gone way up. That's all I can say. Way up.
Oh, yeah, plus 77. Plus 0.77%, something like that. Why does all these little ads pop up? They're so frustrating. Oh, click on this. Subscribe to this. Do you want cookies? No, I don't want to put on any more weight. Thank you very much.
We love cookies over here.
Exactly, we do, but come on now. They keep offering me every time I go to the internet. It's just not good for my figure. Take you back to the homepage. Please. Thank you. Okay. So what they say. Nothing. Well, thank you for that. I click on your link, you take me to nothing regarding the company. I hate it when pages do that.
We talked about Ford Motor Company.
Yes, I heard that.
It's up 0.62%. Yeah, it's up 13. I wonder if Ford is at $13 a share. That would be another long-term consideration because I think they're going to do okay. When F-150 Lightning comes out, I think people are going to buy a lot of them to compete with the Tesla Cybertruck. And again, we're not the Motley Fool crew or whatever you call it. That's the band, Motley Crew, whatever it is. I have no experience in doing any of this, folks. So don't believe me. Don't take my word as anything. But I am doing okay so far. My picks are doing pretty darn good. Yeah. But I would say I might buy
everybody.
I might buy Ford tomorrow. Maybe I'll look into
it. You might buy Ford.
1, 2, 3,
wow.
4. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy Ford Motor Company tomorrow.
How much is the stock, Andy? How much is the stock?
$13.03 right now. I think it's $13 a share.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. For the long run. I mean, don't buy it today and get out of it tomorrow. NIO. I've lost a little bit on NIO, which is the Tesla equivalent in China, and I'm in that. Also, the company, the technology company that Tesla originally hired to do their camera analytics, what the car sees, fly to the computer, and take that information and convey that information to the vehicle and steer the vehicle accordingly. They pulled out of Tesla a while ago because of Tesla's fatal accident when it failed to see Model S failed to see a white semi in front of a sunlit, bright sky, causing a fatality of a guy who was doing all this documentation saying how great autopilot is. You don't have to steer the car; it does it all by itself. And all these YouTube videos, guy ended up getting killed in the Tesla. And after that fatal accident, this company pulled out of Tesla and went with NIO. They are now doing the camera technology for the NIO. But Tesla's doing great on their own. Tesla's. I have a Tesla. Believe me, their autopilot system, what they're going to call full self-driving system, is pretty darn incredible. You have to stay alert. It's not perfect. It ain't, but it's pretty damn amazing. Anyway, so they are with NEO now, and they were the catalyst. They were the eyes on the Tesla vehicles initially. They know what the hell they're doing. And they're with NEO, and I think NEO's going to be a player in China. So I bought them, and I'm not looking to buy and get out. I bought them, and they went up, up, up. I'm like, okay, so now they're down a little bit. That's okay. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So
that's
another
very,
one,
very cool.
To look at is GSAT. That's a symbol. It's called Globostar. What the hell they do? I have no idea. But I want to jump in on them. I think they are. They're $2.60 a share. Yeah.
Wow.
And they're having a great green day here. They're doing great. At $2 a share. What the hell? Buy 100 shares of that. Just play with it. See what it does.
Yeah.
They're climbing. They climbed 29.95% today. 30%.
Wow.
Wow. And they're $2.69 a share. Okay, so what? They're $2 stock, whatever, but they're up 30%.
Okay.
So you look at that share, you look at that stock, and you say, you know what? I'll buy 100 shares at $2 or whatever. Go down a little, go up a little bit, but they're climbing again, it's another hot air balloon going up.
Wow.
So I can really see how people can get into this whole game of the market. Save yourself a trip to the casino. Spend your money more intelligently. If you're gonna gamble, I think it's a safer. Yeah, and at least you have it. It's not putting on red and seeing where the wheel lands. Like what's that take? What does that take?
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
I don't
very
want to
true.
bore our audience that doesn't give a damn about the stock market. But I didn't know anything about the stock. I didn't know. What do I know about stocks? What's the company outlook behind Globostar? What the hell do they even do? I don't even know.
Yeah. it sounds good. Prices are rising. Yeah.
Yeah, when you see it climbing 30%, I'm like, I don't care what they do.
It reminds me of the scene in Friends. There's an episode in Friends where Monica buys stock on the stock market, and Rachel and everybody's like asking her, "Why are you doing that?" "Oh, because I saw my initials on there and thought I'd buy some." Oh, it's a good episode, that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's cool though. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we don't want to. We're way over time here. It doesn't. On our show, on the Andy Man show. We're way over time.
It's been fun.
Anyway,
It has been fun.
It's been fun. It's been a great,
as always.
Great show.
Yes, definitely. Hey guys, we want to thank our listeners for helping our numbers up. Thank you guys.
Oh, absolutely. You guys are amazing for the support we've had on Instagram and Facebook and our social media links. Thank you for checking us out and sticking with us. We hope that you enjoy being here with us, and you must do if you're giving us this much support, right? And I think that amazes all three of us, because we feel like average people just having fun on this show and trying to inform people and, trying to right a few wrongs in the world the best we can. And
that's right.
We have a lot of fun doing it. And, we're just grateful for each and every one of you listening, taking time to, give back your precious time to us. And that's a beautiful thing. So thank you so much. Truly grateful.
And to our population and to the continent to the south of us, in South America, Brazil, Argentina, Ecuador, Peru is in there, Mexico's gaining. We're in 23 countries around the world. So seriously, Portugal, we're in Liberia, we're in South Africa, we're in
India,
forever, Egypt, and Romania. I think Romania is new.
India. We've got two more places as well. We've got Wonderland and Narnia. Did you know?
Huh?
Netherlands, Malaysia, Australia. 23 countries. We should list them on our website, I guess, and let the
we will
grow. And thank you, everybody.
Yes, we will. Absolutely. Cornell's response then was classic.
Of
I
course.
think Norway was already in. I'm not sure. Anyway. Finland.
Huh?
Estonia. I've never heard of Estonia. We have
Estonia.
I'm still trying to figure out where's that, Andy.
Estonia. Where the hell? Hey, folks in Estonia, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Anyway, I guess we should get the hell out of town here and let everybody go about their business. Stop listening to this conversation.
Yeah.
Andy?
So,
wasn't there a place called that in the movie Goonies? Welcome to Estonia, or was it something similar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Estonian. I thought it was a fake country. I thought it was a make-believe country for the movie.
Is it what
it's
state
a real
is
country.
that in? Oh, really?
It's in let me look again. Estonia is in Africa.
Africa.
Wow.
Wait, I just saw it.
Thank you.
No, wait, hold a minute. Hold on, I lost it. Where did Estonia go? Hold on a minute here.
About China?
Estonia, where'd you go? There's Romania, Italy. We're in Italy. We're in Germany, of course. We're in Netherlands, of course. We're in Portugal. Where did Estonia go? I saw it. Lit up blue. It's got to be one of these.
They hide it from you.
We're in Pakistan and Afghanistan. We know that. We're probably in Afghanistan. I don't know if we're there now because that was probably an American military listening to us there in Afghanistan, and we're not there anymore.
Yeah.
So who knows if we're still lit up blue, though.
Yes. I wonder if we're in Atlantis. I wonder if the Atlanteans can hear us.
Yeah. They probably saying. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're Estonia. We're less than 1% of our audience. Might be one dude sitting there on the beach. I don't know. Hello, you.
Yeah.
Good.
Andy, only on the Andy and Amanda show.
Absolutely. Right then, he had me picturing that guy in the movie Signs. Mel Gibson's brother. I think it was Joaquin Phoenix, and they're sat there with like that tinfoil hat on. It's probably connecting signal. Sat there trying to tune into the Andy and Amanda show. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. Funny. It's very cool. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Yes.
We're out of here.
We are. We're sorry, listeners. We're sorry where we're going. I know you've had enough of us.
And all the very best to our listeners around the world, and primarily, of course, in America, UK, Mexico, and Canada, Germany. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you. Amanda will not be with us on the Friday show.
No,
Amanda, we'll talk. We'll be back on the air live again with Amanda on a Monday.
Yeah.
And have a great time at the wedding, Amanda.
Thank you,
Cornell.
Yes. I appreciate that.
We'll all be in touch prior to. We'll be at the wedding. We'll be there.
Yes. My top gift.
I'm sending Amanda our playlist. I gave her some samples of it earlier in the show.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing.
Andy gonna do a visual live show at Amanda sister's wedding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You bet.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So, folks, we'll see you on Friday's show, where Lee Van Dusen will be our guest, stepping in for Amanda. We'll talk more about the AMC squeeze and stocks, and look forward to that. In the interim, everybody enjoy the rest of the day, evening, or whatever it is in time zone you live in the world. And Amanda, why don't you officially sign us out of here, and we'll see everybody on Friday.
Absolutely. Okay, so on behalf of Andy Kimball in California, Hollywood, on behalf of myself here, Amanda Love in the UK, on behalf of Cornell Butler joining us from Delaware, thank you so much to our listeners for joining us as well. On behalf of you guys, have an amazing week, and I'm sorry I can't be with you on Friday, but, I'm going to be catching up with that on the weekend. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, thank you, darling. Thank you so much. And I will speak to you guys on Monday. The boys will be back with you on Friday. Have a great time. Take care and keep smiling. Lots of love.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We'll see you Friday. Bye.